It is time. It is time to brew your best beer. Brought to you by Beer Greens Supply Company, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club, Brew UK, Panhead Brewery, Tanner Ritchie, Finney's Homebrew Emporium, Brig Selv, Hackney Brewery, Hashigo Sake, Mangrove Jacks, Sprig and Fern Tavern, Yakima Valley Hops.
Hey everybody, Sammy Thrifty Brewer coming back at you again for a 2014 Sjporr Challenge Canadian beer review. This is JA010CA. Now I gotta admit, JA010 wins the award for the best label, in my honest opinion. No style selected. We have wheat malt, 2-row, Munich malt, Carapils, special B malt, and for hops used Haller Tower, and he used Bavarian wheat yeast. So let's give this a bash and see how we do. Ooh, nice hiss. Crack this bad boy off. Ooh, interesting. That's kind of cool. Fresh, clean glass. Give this a pour, see how we do, everybody. Wow, that's cool. I mean, it's interesting that he's got some wheat, some 2-row, some Munich, some Carapils, and the color is nice and dark. And these 500 mils just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And we will leave her about there. So that's how she looks. Great carbonation on that. I got an interesting, because of the wheat malt, got an interesting bready, obviously wheat, I don't want to say wheat, but interesting bready like nose. Came in at 4.7 ABV and 18 IBUs. So light on the hops, more heavier on the malt, but that's cool. That's very cool. So let's give her a bash. Cheers, JA010CA. Thank you for sharing and thank you for being a part of this, brother. It's definitely a wheat beer. I'm thinking his grain bill would have been more leaning towards the wheat malt side. And he added some 2-row and some Munich Carapils. He added for some head retention. As you can see, he's got great head retention here. And you can definitely tell that it's a wheat beer. And the really cool thing about it is, though, it's not a traditional wheat beer. I mean, traditional wheat beers are like clear, or like really light and cloudy. But I don't know if you can see the carbonation on that. I mean, that's awesome. Maybe just a tad heavy on the carbonation for the style, but it really brings the malt bill to life. I mean, it really, I'm not going to say it's like pop, but it effervesces. I mean, it really brings forward the wheat, sure, and the chocolate malt he used obviously for color, and I get some interesting bready and very slight banana esters. from the yeast, obviously, off of this. I mean, it's almost like he combined two styles and put them together. It's almost like he took a Bavarian wheat beer and mixed it together with like an English bitter, but didn't use the hops that would normally be present in English bitter, because there's very, very little hop aroma. I mean, with a wheat beer, you normally get a little bit of, pardon me, a little bit of saz, a little bit of spiciness, but it's really the Hallertauer that he used just balance out and accentuate the overall characteristics of the beer. I mean, it's got the head retention almost like of a Pilsner, which is really nice. I mean, the Carapils does a really nice job of carrying that. But I mean, look at that! Like, look at the carb on it. Like, that's crazy. Perhaps a little overcarbed, but it does really lend itself well to the style of the beer and what he was. I think the brewer was trying to accomplish. And the other neat thing is that the mouthfeel on it is nice. You get a really good creamy mouthfeel at the very, very beginning, but it finishes clean. You get an interesting hint of the chocolate, and the Crystal 60 just add just a hint of roasted flavors to that. I mean, to me, this is a beer that I would drink in the fall, because it's got really great body. I mean, it's hot, it's low on the ABV, but it has a lot of body to it. I would drink this beer after raking the leaves all day in the backyard with the family.